friends, it's Teresa and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be me doing a little writing update because it has been a minute since I've done like one of these diaries, at least a couple months. So first off, you know how I told you guys that I was going to start reading draft 3 of my novel, editing through it, and then creating draft 4 come January/early December. It is now February 1 as I am filming this, and I'm still in single digits of my chapters, like editing it. Like I'm still like maybe like chapter 6 or 7. I think I'm about to get like chapter 10 soon. And this is what happens when you reach creative burnout. It's okay. But yeah, have not done it at all. Like I have reached what the youths call burnout, especially given this will be like year 1, like coming up on year 1 of the pandemic. Burnout is like, I have reached official pandemic burnout, which is always fun. But I am making progress. I'm remembering things that I have forgotten about my novel, or things that I want to change in my novel. I'm trying to integrate them and add notes. I also learned that if you use Google Docs for any of your novels, for y'all who are going to do this, it is going to start lagging when you reach a certain number of pages. And my book was over 200 something pages. So guess who, one night, instead of being able to edit her novel proficiently and well, spent a good few hours making copies of the 7 chapters she has already read and added notes on, and then deleting anything before or after said chapter so she can retain her notes, while then also going through her doc that's in her laptop and not on Google Docs and copy pasting every individual chapter, all 39 chapters, into a Google folder because it just kept lagging. It's me. I am that person. I lost some marbles that day. It's all gone. Marbles are gone. It's gone. But on the bright side, it is helping me out edit a little bit, because then But on the bright side, it's helping me edit a little bit more and like really focus on just the chapter rather than chapters, because I literally will scroll to the bottom of like the doc and then it'll be done in like 4 pages, which is always very nice and I appreciate it. But you know, the night that I lost just having to separate each individual chapter was painful. But on the bright side, I am, like I said, starting to get a bit more, like, I'm starting to realize how easy it is to start questioning, like, all your individual chapters. Like, I have spent, are you fucking kidding me? I have spent literally writing 3 drafts, wondering why I struggled so much to take out scenes. There have been a very limited number of scenes where I have, like, completely changed it and, like, have edited it out or, like, just changed it and merged things together, but I've never been able to remove a scene completely until chapter 4, because I've reached the point of exhaustion of having to read these same chapters, these same words over and over and over and over again, that I'm sitting here like, do you make sense? Do you make sense? Do you bring joy to my life? If not, you gotta go. So it'll be really fun drafting draft 4 and having to go through and like see which things I enjoy and which I can kind of get rid of for the better half, for like just the better bit of the scenario. It's very nice. It's very, very nice. But on the bright side, is there a bright side? I don't know. There's a bright side. But you know, this is happening. So yeah, I'm very excited to enjoy this little bit, and I kind of just want to take my time with it, just because I feel like in the past I've like not rushed, but I've kept myself to a pretty strict deadline, and I feel like that has definitely hindered my ability to see what I need to fix. And now that I'm just kind of taking things step by step by step and not so much sitting here like I have to have 5 chapters done by this week, I've been able to kind of see the process a bit more and like see where things are not lining up, see what things need to be done. And honestly, once chapter 4 is done, sending it to my friends to edit or like to read and enjoy and tell me which parts are kind of like missing bits, and then I fill it out, and then while they're reading that and I'm suffering, I'm going to be writing my query letters, and then query letters will be nice and I can draft those without thinking about the book well, I still have to think about the book, but that's neither here nor there. And then we start looking for agents. I'm not really in a rush to look for agents right now. I know like a lot of people are like, you should be looking for agents, but I'm like, I just really kind of want to enjoy the process of like drafting and feeling really good about the work that's kind of coming, and then go ahead and write the query letters and figure out how to draft this query letter without having to worry about an agent, and then adjust the letters to the agents that I'll be querying, and then so on and so forth. And I can have so much fun with it, and I'm so excited to be at this point with my novel that I can just like feel good and like talk about it. Like I've started doing a couple things on like Twitter and just being a bit more vocal and open about what's gonna happen to this book and like some of the characters. So I'm just like, yay, we're here, yay. It just makes me really happy after like what I started this 2017, finished the first draft in 2018, and like it is now 2021. So it's been 4 years, 5 years. So yeah, and then when I finish draft 4, I'm gonna buy myself a pretty little ring that I think would symbolize kind of like what my character would be wearing, and that's just what I'm gonna do. It makes me a little happier because like when you guys meet a certain character, he's someone who likes to memorialize important events on like through rings. So I would really like, that's gonna be what I'm doing. Every time I finish a book, I'm just gonna buy myself a new ring, and it's just gonna get stacked up, and it'll be so nice. And then when a book is published, I'm gonna get it something symbolizing the book tattooed on my body. Like I already have this for like, I don't know if I'll get this book published, but like I already have an idea for what tattoo I want to get and where I want to get it for this first book. So like, it'll be a good time. But non-work in progress things aside, I am planning on joining a short story contest in March. Thank you, TB, to sharing this information. I have an idea that is like kind of inspired by the Vampire Mommy and the Vampire Goth Girlfriend that has taken the internet. Thank you to Resident Evil 8 Village. I have already started that. I'm planning on finishing out the intro that I'm gonna outline. It doesn't make sense, I know, but I think I've discussed on this channel that when I write, I tend to write the intro first, like the first, depending on the story, so the first intro scene or intro sequences, and then I outline from there, and it just kind of helps me figure out what's going on. And I think I figured out how I want the story to end. They had a full 8 hours to do this. I think I already have an idea of the climactic point and how I'm going to end the book, and like how it references to the title that I made. So I'm really excited, and that contest opens up in March, so I'm hoping to have the first draft done in like probably a couple weeks, and then have to like draft it out and like have friends read it and like whatnot, and then submit it in. But I'm super excited. I've been meaning to join more short story stuff. I just really kind of don't know where to begin. So fingers crossed that I do finish and I get to submit it. And even if I don't win or like don't get accepted into said submissions, I will at least have a chance to like say that I did it, you know, and like have that experience under my belt and get to understand my writing process a bit better and all that stuff. But I'm super excited, and I can't wait to be able to do this. Like, I'm so stoked. I'm almost done with my Bujo. And if you guys don't follow my Instagram, you should, because I'm going to be doing a flip through, and it has like I dedicated a little page on the Bujo just this outline, so you can tell I'm getting really excited. My brain is starting to come back writing wise. I feel like I kind of hit like a weird writing slump somewhere there, and like while it's fine and I'm completely okay with hitting writing slump because it's just kind of a natural part of like the creative process, it did sting a little bit to not be able to write the way that I wanted to. So now that I'm kind of able to like come back and like really just kind of enjoy the process, I'm finding myself thinking about a lot of other stories that I want to pursue and write, and a lot of other things that I would like to enjoy on this channel and share. I'm super excited for that, and I can't wait to share it with you guys because it's been a long time coming that I share more writing stuff with you guys. As well, I also have a few more like writing video ideas that writing advice videos. One of them is submitted to me by my friend Andrea, and I am going to work on that process very soon and see how to help advise people in this current scenario, which is a very specific scenario. The second one is a new series I want to start incorporating into my channel, and I don't want to call it like writing gone wrong, but it just sounds catchier, and it's where I like ingest a form of media, where whether it's a movie, a TV show, web series, or like something written like a comic book series. Not so much a comic book series, I don't have much like knowledge of that, but like a book series or something, and discuss like what the writing did well, what it could work on, and basically like what made the book or piece of media well enough for me, and like how you can like take other things and like learn from it to become like a better writer. Just because I feel like everyone's always like, oh yeah, you have to be a good reader to be a good writer, but like I feel like you also have to consume other media and reflect on it as a writer for you to actually be able to like understand and like unpack. Just because like, I don't know, I feel like I've always enjoyed analysis for like film analysis or TV show analysis, so it'll be really fun to kind of show that off in a video. And I've already started watching the TV show that I am going to be first analyzing, which if you guys follow me on Twitter, you probably know what that is. Hoping to have the TV show done soon, and then I can write up my notes and share the video with you guys. That'll be super fun. That is it for my writing advice video, or writing diary vlog thing with some construction interludes here and there. But until next time, let me know what other writing centered videos you guys would like me to do, and I'll try to get them done for you guys. Hit like, subscribe, comment, and then anything else you guys have for me, just send them my way either on the comments or through my social media, which I will have all linked down below. Until next time, have a great week, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!